Hey everyone! Today we're diving into a topic that's got a lot of people talking, CERN and the spiritual implications of their work. CERN is a major science research center in Europe that's all about uncovering the secrets of the universe. But did you know that some of their experiments and statements by their leaders have raised eyebrows? Not just among scientists, but also people of faith. We're going to look at what CERN is doing, some of the concerning things their directors have said, and what all this might mean spiritually. And of course, we'll see how it lines up with what the Bible says. Let's dig in. Section 1. What is CERN and what are they doing? CERN, which stands for the European Organization for Nuclear Research, is famous for running the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator, the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC. Imagine a huge underground ring about 17 miles long where tiny particles are sped up to almost the speed of light and then smashed together. The idea is to recreate conditions similar to the Big Bang, hoping to discover new particles and better understand how the universe works. But CERN isn't just about physics. Some of their work touches on things that sound straight out of a science fiction movie, like exploring dark matter, antimatter, and even the possibility of other dimensions. This is where things get a bit controversial, especially when we consider the spiritual implications. Section 2. Statements from CERN's leaders. What's being said? Let's talk about some things CERN's leaders have said that are raising concerns. For instance, Sergio Bertolucci, a former director for research and scientific computing at CERN, made a statement that really got people's attention. He said, "Out of this door might come something, or we might send something through it." He was talking about the potential to open doors to other dimensions. Now, for a lot of people, that sounds pretty alarming. It raises questions like, what exactly are they trying to open, and what could possibly come through? The Bible warns us about seeking forbidden knowledge and messing with things that are beyond our understanding. In Deuteronomy it says, "There shall not be found among you anyone who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire, or one who practices witchcraft, or a soothsayer, or one who interprets omens, or a sorcerer." Deuteronomy 18:10. While CERN's work isn't magic, the idea of opening doors to unknown realms can feel like stepping into dangerous territory. It makes you wonder if they're playing with forces that should remain untouched. Section 3. The spiritual implications. What does the Bible say? The Bible talks a lot about unseen realms, spiritual battles, and the forces of good and evil. In Ephesians, Paul reminds us that our struggles aren't just physical but deeply spiritual. "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places." Ephesians 6:12. CERN's work, by delving into the unseen aspects of the universe, like dark matter and antimatter, could be seen as probing into realms that the Bible says are spiritual and potentially dangerous. We're not just talking about scientific exploration here. We're talking about touching the edges of the spiritual world. Another statement that raised concerns came from another CERN spokesperson who said, "We are trying to understand the dark universe and what holds everything together." This might sound like a normal scientific quest, but the Bible tells us that God is the one who holds all things together. In Colossians it says, "And he is before all things, and in him all things consist." Colossians 1:17. It's a reminder that while science can discover amazing things, the ultimate answers about the universe lie with God, not just with what we can measure or see. Let's not forget about some of the symbolic elements associated with CERN. Outside their main building, there's a statue of Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction, doing his dance of creation and destruction. To some, this is just a nod to cultural diversity, but others see it as a deeper symbol of destruction, which can have darker spiritual connotations. And then there's CERN's logo, which some people believe looks like the number 666, a number associated with the beast in the book of Revelation. The Bible warns us about being aware of such symbols. Here is wisdom. "Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. Revelation 13:18. While this might seem like a stretch to some, It's important to ask why these symbols are there in the first place. Are they just coincidences, or is there a deeper message being conveyed? So where does CERN stand in all of this? Are they on the side of scientific discovery that glorifies God, or are they treading into areas that align more with darkness and confusion? It's not about saying science is bad. Science is a wonderful tool that can help us understand God's creation. But when it starts to blur the lines between exploring and playing God, that's when we need to be cautious. The Bible gives us clear guidance on seeking wisdom from God above all else. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. CERN's work reminds us of the importance of being careful with what we explore and how we seek knowledge. Not all doors are meant to be opened, and not all knowledge leads to good. We should always keep God at the center of our pursuit of understanding. Thanks for taking this journey with us today. It's important to look at the big questions in life, like how the universe works, but it's just as important to stay grounded in faith and what the Bible teaches. Whether CERN's work is just science or something more, we can always trust that God is in control. Remember, it's okay to ask questions and be curious, but let's always do it with wisdom and seek God's guidance. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about CERN and the spiritual implications of their work? Let's keep the conversation going, and we'll see you next time. Stay curious, stay faithful,